guys? Yeah, I thought I was just gonna wait to do a live stream next weekend, but turns out a lot of funny stuff just happened in the past 10 minutes, so maybe we could have some fun here. I got my charger hooked up to my phone so I could talk to you guys for an extended period of time, but you guys wait. You guys are gonna love this. This is gonna be funny. I'm gonna wait until people drop in here so I can explain what is going on. So, how's everybody doing now? Before we get into the whole situation, how's everybody doing? I'm sorry, I accidentally morphed off camera. All right. Sorry, I'm wired. I just had a pretty good dinner, and yeah. Okay, I guess I'll go ahead and tell you guys what's going on. The title of the video is that the internet troll that I've been dealing with for quite some time. What's up, Cody? You scared those scalpers on eBay good. Did I? What did I do? What's different? I thought they're still trying to sell them for the price they're selling them for. So let me explain to you guys what's going on. The internet troll that I dealt with, I brought his name up. I said his name, and I'm not afraid to say his name. His name's Mikey Bronstein. And I'm not going to be afraid to say his name because he is a very well-known and prolific character within the Power Ranger fandom. All right? Now, for those of you guys that do not know, I left the Power Ranger fandom almost a year and a half ago. I used to go by Ranger Collector, where I was just collecting Power Ranger stuff. But I don't do that no more. No, I don't do that anymore. Don't look over here. Don't look here. Don't look there. Don't look there. Okay. Anyway, today I get an email from the YouTube community team telling me that my video has been reported for privacy concerns. You see, this is funny to me because I straight ousted this guy publicly. He has been an internet troll on my channel for maybe a decade. Like, I've been dealing with him from the beginning, okay? And what's funny about this is now he's reporting my content for privacy concerns? So the video, I think, I'm being threatened to remove the video within 48 hours, or there will be a suspension on my content. Now, I can dispute this. And the reason why I'm going to dispute it with photos of this guy's comments as his name, as Mikey Bronstein. Because I'm going to ask them, where was my privacy when he was sitting here trolling me during a very traumatic time in my life when I lost my mom, and when he sat there and insulted my dead mother? Where was my privacy? You know? And when I finally found out who this guy was, his name wasn't shocking. What was shocking is that he stayed, even after I changed my YouTube name. So, yeah, he reported my video for privacy concerns. That is funny. I laughed. It was a great chuckle. And, yeah. Did you hear about Wonder Woman 1984 going on HBO? Yeah, I actually just saw that before I did this video. I saw that they're apparently going to be streaming the new Wonder Woman movie for HBO Max. And it's going to be in theaters, I think, in December, next month, right? So, yeah, that's interesting. Don't know if I'm really going to watch it until they put it up on Vudu or anything, because I don't feel like paying for another subscription service. So, I've already got Disney Plus. There's just a lot of stuff on Disney Plus that I'm still watching. I'm rewatching the Clone Wars TV series, and I forgot how amazing it was. I haven't even got a chance to watch the new season. That's kind of why I'm rewatching it. I'm interested because of The Mandalorian in rewatching all this other Star Wars stuff. And, yeah, the Clone Wars is one of those things I wanted to finish. So, I'm getting there. Man, I should not have eaten a hefty Chinese meal. I'm having China sweats now. You guys ever had that? When you guys eat, like, really good Chinese meal, you start sweating all the all the grease and shit out of you. That's what I feel like I'm having right there. What's up, David Patrick? Sorry, I know this. Look, every time I do title these videos, I title them in a way where I'm doing, like, where I'm trying to explain a story, and then I tell the story, and then the rest of the video is just complete nonsense. So, yeah, for those of you guys that are joining in, the internet troll has not been bothering me. He just reported one of my videos because I mentioned his name in the video. This video is probably going to be flagged just because I mentioned Mikey Bronstein. Sounds like an evil bastard. It sounds like a name for a Nazi. Ugh. I just can't believe that look, I'm chuckling so hard at this. I am laughing on the inside, and I want to just laugh even louder outside. Like, it's just in my head, I'm like, wow, I have really, really stepped on this guy's toes, and I'm loving every single bit of it. So, I'm not saying either. I'm just telling you, I like eating this shit up, so. And it's fun for you guys, I'm sure. I'm sure you guys like the drama. Who doesn't like drama? Right? So, put the morpher back up here. What Chinese food did I eat? I had something called mango habanero chicken, which was good. It was really good. But I'm sweating it right now because the habanero was spicy. So, it was a pretty good meal. Yeah. And I had some egg rolls. Yeah. I love Chinese food. So, I know it's late. I know everybody's like, what the hell are you doing on here on a weekday? Yeah, I haven't really done much live streams lately, and I know a lot of people have asked me to do them more often, but this kind of just gave me a reason to come on here and just be like, like, I'm just giddy. I'm like the Joker right now. You watch Arthur Fleck at the end of the Joker movie? Wide smile. Like, yeah. I'm good. I just ate cheese sticks. Yeah. Cheese sticks are amazing. I'm trying to cut back on a lot of the fatty food, though, because, I mean, I am overweight. I ain't gonna lie about it. I'm a fat sumbitch. And a lot of it has to do with the stress that I'm dealing with, but a lot of comfort food, that's for sure. And Chinese food has been a big comfort food for me. Damn, it's hot in this room. Ever since I rearranged the bedroom, it's been a lot hotter. So, and I'm watching The Simpsons right now. Yeah. That's that episode where Carl disappears with the money that's won but through the lottery. It's like a newer episode. Hey Cody, can I see your Inspector Gadget banner? Oh yeah, I just put it up the other day. Let me see if I can rotate the camera around. It's up there. It's double-sided. I decided to just do it with the logo. But yeah, it's up there above my couch. As you can see. I forgot to mention that blanket right there that was sent to me, but by a fan. Because I did a video today, and I'm trying to rotate this on a carpet. I did a video today talking about fan mail and where I store all my fan mail and stuff like that. And I forgot to bring up that blanket. I found it and mixed in with all my other stuff. But I do keep all my fan mail. Because I've had people question me, so it's like, do you sell this stuff? Because I get a lot of really interesting fan mail from some people. And, you know, sometimes it's an expensive box of stuff. Like, even I'm surprised. One guy, It's Frank, sent me a box full of Disney afternoon cartoons, and one of them included an out-of-print DVD for Gargoyles. It goes for like $50, $60. It was brand new, and I was like, damn, Never in my life would I've actually paid that much. I had it on Disney Plus, but I do like collecting physical media, so yeah, it's actually back here. I still have it. This volume 2, or season 2, volume 1, he included that in the fan mail. So that was pretty cool. It was very nice. Very nice. Shinkwi. Who here watched Borat 2? I thought that movie stepped on a lot of toes. What's up, Tim? Tim Mendez. I have a nail on the carpet and I can't find it, and I'm afraid I'm going to step. Oh, there we go. There it is. That could have been a disaster. I know this is a really random video. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up with people. Later, I'm watching Chicago Med, Fire, and PD. That's awesome, man. I don't really watch a lot of those shows. Actually, what's funny, I don't have cable in this bedroom because I don't really watch a lot of television, despite owning a lot of television. But I'm more into classic TV, and a lot of it has to do with my childhood and stuff. That's what's behind me. And only TV show I really kept up with, episode by episode, was Gotham. And they ended that show. They gave it the X. I was kind of pissed. But it is what it is. We all knew it was going to happen. Yeah. Yeah, do you guys have it? Like, I gotta be honest with you. I know a lot of people have actually said that their favorite TV shows, when they're canceled, it usually has to do with Fox, because there's an infamous TV show called Firefly that was canceled, and everybody loved the show, but it was canceled by Fox for whatever reason. And the fact that Gotham was on Fox, every year we were worried that we were never going to get a finale. We ended up getting one because there was a lot of fan outcry for it. But yeah. Do I have any Mighty Max? No, I don't. The closest thing to Mighty Max that I have is this Batman Forever like Riddler compound set, which is, you know, obviously the male version of Polly Pocket, I guess is what it was. And it's like the Riddler's head that folds out, and there's a whole like scene inside of it. So somebody sent me that, and I remember the guy's name because I brought it up in the video. His name was Bradley Edgen, I think is what his name was. So I'm sorry for forgetting your name, but it hit me just now. I have that up there, but it's brand new sealed. Otherwise, no, I don't have any other Mighty Max stuff. What is my next vinyl banner from Disney? I don't know if I have room for more banners. I would love to get more for collecting. But otherwise, the last one that I purchased was this one. The Batman and Robin one up there. I don't think I'll ever get another one, because that is like a 7-8 foot banner right there. And might actually be a lot bigger than that. I think it might be, yeah, about 7.5, 8 foot. But it's a huge banner. Gargoyles is still one of my favorite Disney cartoons, up there with Batman the Animated Series. Bring back Gargoyles, Disney. It was so awesome. See, here's the problem. Being an advocate for nostalgia, I'm always on the side of being able to enjoy something. But I'm always seeing people claim that when they redo a show, no matter who's involved, if the same voice actors and same writers and directors and stuff are involved, people automatically go for, oh, they ruined my childhood. my favorite quote of all time, because if they ruin your childhood that easily, you never had one to begin with. Recently, it was for Animaniacs, which, by the way, is coming out in a couple of days on the 20th. Is that the 20th? Is today the 19th or the 20th? It's supposed to be coming out soon. And we're getting animation style, but it's still made by Steven Spielberg. It's still acted by Rob Paulson and all these other people who were involved with the original. They're just continuing it with modern times. And it's a Hulu exclusive. But everybody was like really mixed about it. So apparently something's wrong with the fact they're trying to continue this. And everybody keeps doing the rape my childhood. Just stop watching it. Don't watch it. That's simple. Do you like Family Guy, The Simpsons, or Bob's Burgers? I have The Simpsons on my TV right now. I like all those. I like all of them. Yeah. Let's see. Simpsons is on my television right now. I usually watch, hang on, there's got to be an easier way to do this. I usually watch things like this, like Simpsons, Family Guy, and stuff like that. When I'm eating. I don't know why I like watching comedy while I'm eating. Maybe it's because deep down, we all need to laugh with a mouthful of food. I ruined the joke by not speaking properly. But yes, I like Family Guy. Actually, Family Guy is one of my favorite pastimes, cartoon sitcoms that I used to watch all the time, next to Futurama. And another show, I'm sure maybe not a lot of you remember, on Adult Swim, they used to do a show called Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I used to watch that with my cousin a lot, and it's actually, I got him back from him recently. If you've never watched this show, go watch it right now. Especially if you're a stoner, this is like the perfect thing to watch. So, alright. What's up, Dawson's Universe? I love how you spelled that, by the way. That's clever. The Mask the Animated Series is a show they need to bring back on TV soon. That's a show that's in its pastime a lot of people forgot about, but I enjoy it because it's The Mask. Let's see. Do I like Western movies? I think the only Western movie I actually like is A Million Ways to Die in the West, and that's because it's Seth MacFarlane. I still got my Aqua Teen Hunger Force Season 1 DVD, the movie I rented back from... Look, so I'm going to tell you how obsessed I was with Aqua Teen back in 2007 when Aqua Teen Hunger Force: movie film for theaters. That was an actual title. That was a real title. They did do a video game called Aqua Teen Hunger Force Zombie Ninja Pro-Am for the PS2. And I played that game like it was like Skyrim. It was a golf game mixed with a melee game, mixed with a driving game. It was a really weird video game, but it's based around a really weird show. And I liked being able to, play some really off-brand, really weird video games, and that was one of them. But Aqua Teen Hunger Force was one of those really underground cult cartoon shows that you had to have enjoyed back when you were watching Adult Swim in its heyday. Nowadays, not a lot of people are aware of that show. But thanks, Jake. I really appreciate you dropping in, man. I'm glad you enjoy the content. Have you ever watched Mr. Bean? Of course. Of course, Rowan Atkinson is one of my favorite speak as the autism happening. Comedians. I like Rowan Atkinson a lot more in the movie Rat Race. Have you guys ever watched Rat Race? It's such a fun movie. It's like a really weird knockoff version of Brewster's Millions or It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. And I really enjoy that movie. I really enjoy it. It's a race. It's a race. Ever watch parody movies like Epic Movie, Date Movie, and Meet the Spartans? That's another weird transition in my life. It was around the same time as Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I was watching those really shitty parody films, and I remember renting Epic Movie and laughing so hard at Crispin Glover playing Willy Wonka. So, and he's sitting there dancing to Fergalicious. So, can you do a top 5 shows of Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, and Toonami? At some point, maybe. I know someone asked me if I like Dragon Ball Z. My cousin is a bigger Dragon Ball Z fan than I am. But all this stuff back here, by the way, I've done unboxings of. This box set right here is every episode of Dragon Ball Z on Blu-ray. So I'm only on season 4 right now. My cousin got me into it a long time ago, and I never got around to finishing it because we were watching Dragon Ball Z. Was it Kai? It was like a abridged version of Dragon Ball Z. It was cut down, and I think there was different voice actors. But at that time, interesting story, my cousin was following the development of Dragon Ball Evolution, and he was so excited for it. And we went to go see it in theaters. Poor kid walked out instantly, and I'm like, wait, what's going on? He's like, this is shit. So Yeah, I gotta say, it was a terrible movie. So, I'm sitting here rewatching Dragon Ball Z, and I'm enjoying what I've watched so far. What morphers do I have? I had a lot more when I was a Power Ranger fan, or when I collected Power Rangers. But I have the new Lightning Collection morpher here, and this one is more like the one from the show. It's more accurate. But the cool thing is that the coins actually allow you to. I've done a review of this, so if you want to watch the review on it, you can. But the coins actually have different LED like the colors. So if you put the Blue Rangers coin in there, it'll light up blue. I don't have a coin in here now, but you can see like the different LEDs and stuff going on. And once I put the Red Rangers coin in, it'll light up red. And the other cool thing is, you actually have the voice actor Austin St. John saying Tyrannosaurus, and likewise for all the other characters. But that's technically the only morpher I have in the house now. I used to have the Titanium morpher. I used to have the Legacy morphers. I used to have the Gokaiger Mobirat. But because I'm not a Power Ranger fan anymore, unfortunately. Do you still have the original Dragon Ball? Yeah. Or no, I don't have Dragon Ball. I need to get those DVDs, but everybody's selling bootlegs and I can't get a solid, complete set. Do you think if Inspector Gadget 3 was made by Disney after the second film, have Matthew Broderick as Gadget and Claw return about? I don't think so. I'm going to be honest with you. That movie, though I love it, was not loved by many. Because it's a movie based on a cartoon. A beloved cartoon, have you. And that really is why the movie doesn't get a lot of love. Is because they kind of stepped on the whole Inspector Gadget fan base. Back in 1999, I was only 7, 8 years old, and I went to go see that movie, and I loved it. I absolutely loved the movie, and I still love it. That's why I have that banner. And it's one of my cherished memories, a movie my mom took me to see when I was younger. So, yeah, I'm gonna always love that movie. But I did hear that Disney apparently is going to be doing a remake, an Inspector Gadget movie remake. It's in development, but what's up, Mike Ainsley? What's up, man? Sorry. I'm blind as a bat, so yeah. I don't know where I was going with that. So I'm glad everybody's joining in here. Actually, what's funny is that I saw that Brendan has been putting a lot of people on my subscriber list. Yeah, me and Brendan are really good friends, Wet Movie 1, so I'm surprised he's not dropping in here right now. He's usually on here talking some really disgusting stuff, like how he wants to play with certain parts of my body. Me and him always play this back and forth on each other's live streams. Inspector Gadget needs a Blu-ray release. I have been bugging the hell out of Disney Movie Club to put it out on Blu-ray. But unfortunately, they take in so many requests. Disney Movie Club is kind of falling off the radar because of the Disney Movie Plus, or the Disney Plus stuff. And Inspector Gadget is on Disney Plus in HD, so I'm not entirely too worried about it, but I do want to have it on Blu-ray. I physically want to own the movie, but it is what it is. Oh, did you? I got it over here too. You guys can't see all my TV shows, but I do have Inspector Gadget somewhere over here. Yeah, it's right there. Right there. Yeah. So, that is a lot of 90s television, by the way. And a lot of people have asked me, can I see your collection? I've shown it off. I've shown it off so many times, I think that my eyes have bled into, like, visually being able to recognize everything from memory, like where everything is, like alphabetically. But everything up here is Fox Kids. A lot of people have asked me where the hell I've gotten that acrylic sign. I did a video on that as well. So if you guys see anything in the background that you guys want to see more in detail, trust me, it's been unboxed on the channel. Every bit of this. Well, I guess with the exception of Party of 5. What the hell's Party of 5? Family Guy reference. Ah! Was that for Party of Five? No, that was for my taxes. The hell's Party of Five? Let's see. Which Disney's Inspector Gadget film do you like the first? It's always going to be the first one. I get the second one is more like the cartoon, but I'm just not a big fan of it. French Stewart, I don't think was a really good choice for Inspector Gadget, but do you have Beetlejuice the complete series? No, I don't, sadly. I thought about getting it, but now it's going out of print. Love the setup, dude. Great collection. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Still working on it. Just trying to find a spot for everything. Do you like Big Bad Beetleborgs or VR Troopers more? I'm going to get a lot of hate for this. I liked Beetleborgs more. I think I was more into Beetleborgs than I was VR Troopers as a kid, because VR Troopers actually was not on Fox Kids, surprisingly. It was on a like ABC or CBS or something like that on Saturdays. And sorry, Chinese food. Ugh. It wasn't on Fox Kids. Beetleborgs and Power Rangers were, and when Beetleborgs came out, I think it came out in 1997. And I really enjoyed Beetleborgs. I liked the, because I used to watch the Universal Monsters, like the old Hammer-style films, black and white, Frankenstein, Dracula, all that stuff. And what I loved about Beetleborgs was the uniqueness of a mix between superheroes and a haunted house full of monsters that were ripping off the monsters from the Universal horror characters. So you had a Frankenstein called Frankenbeans. You had Dracula, pretty much called Fangula, Count Fangula. A mummy called Mums. Flabber was the Phasm, the mentor, gave the kids the powers. Wolfie was just a werewolf, and is that it? I think that was pretty much it. So yeah, I enjoyed Beetleborgs more, and I think I was more into Beetleborgs because of how often it came up in my life as a kid, because my cousin went to McDonald's. He got the McDonald's Happy Meal toys, which I do have one of those over here. By the way, if anybody is wanting to send me fan mail, I am trying my hardest to get little trinkets to put up here with the Fox Kids sign. And that would include any TV shows that were on Fox Kids. Like not VR Troopers, like The Tick, Digimon, Tasmania, X-Men, Casper, Animaniacs. I have this. I'm sure everybody knows what this is. It's a Beetle Bonder, which is funny. The Beetle Bonder, I cannot fit in my hand. This is how big my hands are. The Beetle Bonder from McDonald's was promoting Beetleborgs Metallics, and they included the Metallics version of the Beetleborgs in here. In the second season, they didn't even use this. They used something called a Data Bonder, which was like an upgraded version of the Beetle Bonder, and they put cards in it. It was more round, and I always found that was funny. So, season 2's Little Ghoul, yes, what an annoying character. That was an annoying character. VR Troopers was a syndication show. So that word keeps coming up. I do know that usually a syndication show would usually be on different channels, or on one specific channel, not necessarily on a channel block. Because Street Sharks was a syndicated channel, or syndicated TV show. The Mask, the animated series, was a syndication, but it played on Cartoon Network, CBS, and I think at one point it played on Nickelodeon. I can't remember. Same thing happened with Inspector Gadget, the cartoon. Hey Cody, do you have a DVD set of Static Shock? No, I don't. I think they're supposed to be releasing it on Blu-ray eventually, but do you have any Pokemon stuff? Yes. Got this on Blu-ray, I've been watching. Different local stations is syndication. Okay, thank you for clearing that up. That's what I was thinking it was. So it was aired on a bunch of TV shows. Yeah. So it wasn't necessarily limited to one specific thing like Nickelodeon or Disney. So yeah. That's why I still put VR Troopers in here next to with the DVDs and stuff, because I do have BeetleBorgs here on DVD. I have that. And oh no, that doesn't look good. Okay. Almost knocked this shit over. That would have been a freaky thing to do on camera. And I do have VR Troopers here as well. So, what's your favorite Power Rangers season? Lightspeed Rescue. I've been a big fan of that one for a while. Mostly because I like the aspect of a firefighter and a SeaWorld operator. I don't know what it was. They had a professional, like, sportsman, like a rock climber, a firefighter, an EMT, a guy who was called the Sky Cowboy. He was like a flying, like an entertainer. And then a guy that worked at SeaWorld, qualified to be a Power Ranger. So those of you guys that work in SeaWorld, it could happen one day, you know? Who knows? Live your dreams. You want season 2 and season 3 of The Mask? I do too. On the DVDs, yeah. I only released season 1 on DVD. That was a shame. I really thought this would have sold more for them to put out season 2 and 3. If anything, Amazon should do a complete series release just to get it the hell over with. It'd probably sell more. I hate when they do it seasonally. Kids from Fox Kids. I don't think they wrong. I have a list of stuff that I want to get, but like I'm still working on getting season 2 of Tasmania, and they just recently released season 3. I need to get season 2 of The Tick, because I only have season 1. And I have these sort of volume sets for season 1 of Digimon. I still need to get volume 3. But they need to release Cow and Chicken on DVD. I still need to work on a lot of my Cartoon Network stuff, because a fan of the channel sent Johnny Bravo right there. Yeah. So, I need to get Courage. I need to get Dexter. I need to get Ed, Edd, and Eddy. Gotta get a lot of stuff. So, do the monkey with me. I love classic Cartoon Network. Jeff Bennett voiced Johnny Bravo. That's awesome. Thoughts on Son of the Mask? An absolute abomination to mankind. Should be burned in the deepest hell pit known to man. Yeah, there you go. My opinion. I went to go see that at the drive-in. What is my favorite season of Mighty Morphin? Season 2? I like the White Ranger story. I think I preferred season 2. Lost Galaxy is your favorite season. What do you think of Lost Galaxy? I mean, it's an okay season for me. I guess I was kind of done with the space theme because we had just gotten out of In Space, which is a great season, by the way. And that's probably why Lightspeed Rescue for me was more of a breath of fresh air, because after Lightspeed Rescue, they started doing time travel, and then Wild Force was more like Lost Galaxy, but still, Power Rangers has an interesting way of recycling concepts. I think we're fixing to go through another dinosaur-themed season. Dino Fury. See, let's count this through. We had Mighty Morphin for 3 seasons. So technically 3 seasons of dinosaurs. Wait, no, take that back. Whoops. Even though they said Tyrannosaurus and stuff like that, the Zords were dinosaur-based. Second season was like mythical dragons and griffins and stuff. Season 3 was ninjas. Okay, so we'll just say 1 season of Mighty Morphin was dinosaurs. Then we had Dino Thunder. Then we had 2 seasons of Dino Charge. And now we're going to have 2 seasons of Dino Fury. That's 6 seasons of dinosaur-themed Power Rangers shit that just... I don't understand why they keep calling to that. It's just... It seems lazy. Yeah, Son of the Mask is awful. Jason is the best Red Ranger. Yeah, he's the original. He's the OG. I gotta say, though, There are some pretty badass Red Rangers out there outside of Jason, though. Like I said, I like Carter from Lightspeed. Andros from In Space. I loved Andros, so I did like him. What are you going to do if your video gets deleted? Well, apparently, according to what I heard, is that if I do not remove the video myself within 48 hours, I will have a suspension for, I think, 48 hours. I can't remember exactly how it was worded, but I'm sitting here trying to think of the way it sounded was that I infringed on a basic privacy rule because I mentioned this guy's name, this internet troll. And he's upset because I brought him up and I've ousted him as what he is. He's a piece of shit. So he's reporting my video. Did you know the original name for Power Rangers Ninja Storm was Power Rangers Hexagon? I did hear about that. I even am aware of this kind of underground story to complete the Zeo story arc. I can't remember what it was called. It was a fan film. I'm sitting here trying to think of the name now. Can't remember the name. So, someone asked me, how do I get all these cool autographs? Lots of work, lots of persistence, lots of money. That's pretty much okay, I'm sitting here looking right now. I'm sitting here trying to put books aside at the top here. I have this Goosebumps book, right? And one of my friends, big shout out to Dynasty for helping me get this, by the way, at his local bookstore, R.L. Stine was doing a signing, so I was able to get R.L. Stine's autograph on a Goosebumps book, and it was like my favorite book for Goosebumps was The Haunted Mask, and that's pretty cool. I sit this over here with my Fox Kids collection because Goosebumps was on Fox Kids, and I do have that over here. I had a lot of people ask me where I got these. Season 1 of Goosebumps. I also have Season 2 and Seasons 3 and 4. Vanna Whiting. Yeah. But, Dino Thunder or Zeo? Equally, I feel like I like them both equally, but if I'm going to give it for originality, Zeo had done something different, and I enjoyed that season more than I enjoyed Turbo, that's for sure. Zeo earns a lot more respect for me in the nostalgia bit, but Dino Thunder is actually pretty cool. I like the overall look of the show. But I'm also going to say Zeo because I don't like telling people this, but I'll tell you guys. You guys are subscribers. You guys will think this is pretty cool. But who here knows the name Trey of Triforia? Who here knows that name? I'm gonna wait for people to drop in here. How much do I... Hang on, let's see. What did that say? How much did you like the Flintstones? What, the movie or the TV show? I do like both of them. I like the cartoon. I used to watch it on Boomerang. And I like watching the movie because I grew up with the movie. But anyway, so since people are saying that they know who Trey of Triforia is, Tim DeFilippo played 1/3 of the Triforian triplets, and Tim is actually sort of a surrogate father to me right now. One of these days you'll see him in my videos. He and my mom were very close. So close, in fact, we used to make fun of their relationship, thinking, oh my god, me and my sister were like, we're going to have a Power Ranger as a stepfather. And Tim is a very nice guy. He's a very nice guy, and he's been helping me out a lot. And he has taken it upon himself to tell me I'm like a son to him. And it hits me a little differently because I've known him for almost 10 years. And, you know, I haven't really had a father figure outside of my own dad, so it's a different feeling. But Tim really has taken it upon himself to be a father figure to me. And eventually, I'm going to be able to see him again in a few months because he wants to come to my mom's celebration of life thing. Like I said, him and my mom were very close. And it was, he was one of the first people I called after she passed away. And yeah, Tim was really a very helpful person after all this stuff. So, yeah. And he was in Zio. That's why I brought it up. So the reason why I brought it up was I gotta say Zio now. Because he does watch my videos, by the way. Hey Cody, what if Funko Pop makes Disney's Inspector Gadget pops from the film? I will buy them in a heartbeat. But they did do a Inspector Gadget cartoon pop I'm expecting to get next month. So, someone asked me VR Troopers or Big Bad BeetleBorgs. I answered that earlier as BeetleBorgs. Beetlebonder! But, let's see. Trolls can be anywhere, of course. Like, internet trolls suck. They do. How's the fan box going? Still working on it, man. I did actually order some more stuff to put in there. Like I said, it's taking a long time to do during this time. We're fixing to go through a whole nother wave of COVID. Stores are closing down. There was a deal on a specific TV show that I wanted to throw into the box, was going to be Batman the Animated Series on Blu-ray. And I can't even get to my store right now because they require you to do appointments, and they don't allow pickup without scheduling. And I don't really have a way of scheduling. It's either I go or I don't. But I do plan on adding some more stuff. I do have some stuff coming in the mail tomorrow that I'm throwing in there. And we'll see how big it gets. And we'll see how big the box gets. But the fan box is supposed to be what I called it, an ultimate fan box full of 90s nostalgia, the stuff that I liked when I was a kid. So, guys, stick around. Could be in the next couple months. I'm just waiting for everything to get a lot easier in life. Wish they had done a Turbo BeetleBorgs team up. They did in the comic book. How much do you like Warner Brothers as a studio? Depends on what they... Okay. I like Warner Brothers as a studio as far as, like, as a company, they've done some great movies. I like that they did the It franchise, Detective Pikachu, the Dark Knight franchise. Let's see, what else did they do recently? They got some classic movies like The Goonies. But otherwise, I don't like them for how they handled the DCEU. And there is Brendan. I knew Brendan was going to drop in here. There's Wet Movie 1, everyone. Slow clap for him. Just not too fast. Don't clap too fast. You're gonna scare him off. Are you a fan of Spawn? Yes, I love Todd McFarlane's Spawn. I used to read the comics when I was younger. Not a big fan of the movie, but I am interested to see what they're going to be doing with the new one. I'm waiting for them to do an R-rated, hardcore, dark Spawn movie. Who's my favorite Spider-Man actor? I don't know. I like all three of them equally. In the same way that Spider-Man has made an influence on my childhood, it's a lot harder for me to know who Spider-Man is. Just like it's hard to choose who my favorite Batman is. Because I like Kevin Conroy, I like Michael Keaton, and I like Val Kilmer. But for whatever reason, I just can't choose. Okay, Brendan, I'll explain to you what's going on. The internet troll reported that video that I had done for violating privacy concerns because I mentioned his name publicly, and apparently YouTube is threatening to remove my video as well as suspending my account for 48 hours. So I have a choice between deleting the video or making a claim. So that is pretty much what's going on. But I do find it funny that he thinks I'm invading his privacy. An internet troll is threatened by his privacy being infringed on. You know? It's kind of like how when people get upset, like Jehovah's Witnesses, when they get upset about Halloween, I always joke about maybe they just don't like random people knocking on their doors. like, that's the dark humor and the humor that I try to do, but I'm just being honest. It's a hypocritical reaction for this guy to sit here and report my content for privacy concerns. So, Lost Galaxy or RPM? I'm gonna say RPM. More or less because I liked how dark that season was. Lost Galaxy, it felt like there was a lot more filler in Lost Galaxy, and I'm coming out. Because Power Rangers Lost Galaxy is a good season. It has one of the most amazing story arcs when it comes to Kendrix, which unfortunately is a result of the actor at the time. She had leukemia. Sorry, I say leukemia. What the fuck is that? Leukemia is a form of cancer. And she was getting sick on set, the Pink Ranger. And they had to replace her character with the actor who played Astronema in the previous season. But they killed her character off through the Pink Ranger, or the Pink Psycho Ranger. And I love that story arc. But RPM, I'm going to just tell you, RPM I felt like it was a consistent story arc. It was very short. I think it was only like 30 episodes. And it still maintained a consistent story. I loved Ziggy. Ziggy was probably one of my favorite characters in Power Rangers mythos. I loved the interesting story arcs for each character. I loved the ending. And I think it's just a fun story. I think RPM is a better story, but that's just me. Ever played any underrated X-Men Next Dimension? It's based on X-Men. I have not played it. It's been a long time since I played X-Men games. Jetix or Fox Kids? Is that a Jetix logo? No, I like Fox Kids more. I grew up during the Fox Kids era. Jetix was kind of one of those things that came when I turned like preteen and I stopped watching cartoons, so yeah. I'm probably going to have to go very soon anyway. What's up, Cameron? I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. Best Farrelly Brothers film, Cody. Dumb and Dumber. I think Dumb and Dumber was one of their best. Really missed Jetix, but also Fox Kids. Do you like Archie comics? I don't think I've ever read an Archie comic before. It's been a while since I've read a comic book. So, it is what it is. Why do you like Andy Kaufman so much? Andy Kaufman is a king, man. Andy Kaufman pissed a lot of people off. I have this book right here. It says, "Dear Andy Kaufman, I hate your guts." It's a bunch of feminists getting upset at Andy because he was a wrestler. So, there's a lot of great photos in here too. There's Andy with his wife Lynn Margulies right there. So, yeah, this is a fun book to look at. I gotta thank my sister for that though. But he got a lot of fan mail, or hate mail, my dad. But he was an interesting comedian, to say the least. Yeah. If you guys have never watched Man on the Moon, go watch it right now. I mean, get the hell off this video right now and go watch Man on the Moon. I miss the old days of Are You Afraid of the Dark? What was the funniest Power Rangers episode you remember? I laughed so hard at that one episode where they put Rita, I think it was at the end of White Light, when Rita's put back in space and Zordon's sitting there acting really like stupid and going 99 bottles of beer on the wall. I don't know. I was laughing hard. Do you have Man on the Moon? I do. I do have it. I have it on DVD. They never released it on Blu-ray. I also have the soundtrack right here. And I do have a poster, which I can't put up right now because I don't have any wall space. I opted for Batman Forever over Man on the Moon. I have a little bit of an obsession for both. Jungle Beast, Spirit Unleashed, right? Morph calls, everybody. Hey, Cody, on your Godzilla anime series DVD, Trendmasters was going to make an animated series version of Godzilla. Well, they did. They did it. It's right here. They got an animated Godzilla TV show right here. So, yep, I have that. I'm pulling off all these damn DVDs off my shelf. What year did Man on the Moon release? In 1999. It was directed by Milos Forman, who was popular for his direction of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and Amadeus. He's a great director. And Jim Carrey plays Andy Kaufman. Definitely go check it out. Big fan of that movie. Might actually go... I'm talking about this movie now. I want to watch it. But yeah, it came out in 1999. So almost 25 years after Andy died, I believe. Or was it 20? Was it 25 or it was 15 years? 15 years. Damn my math. He died in 1984. But yeah, Andy Kaufman, king of comedy. Don't care what anybody says. I haven't really got to peruse this book all the way through. Like, whoever reads this, tell Andy Kaufman that I don't like the show Taxi as well as I used to since I found out what a jerk he is. He might not care what I think of him personally, but he can't be helping the show's ratings. And I'm in an electric wheelchair, and I'd gladly run him over a few times if it would shut him up. Reward or no reward, good luck to the woman. I hope she's in Amazon. I just read that, by the way. These are some of the fan mail or hate mail that he's got. So Bob Zamuda, I'm giving you guys a little bit of a history lesson about it because I want to teach you guys. Oh, you do have his autograph. I do too. I got a one that I got in person on a Riddler photo. So anyway, Bob Zamuda, who was like the other half of Andy's team, sometimes he would dress up as Tony Clifton, said, I have often been asked how was I able to collaborate with Andy Kaufman? What was the process like? Well, the key was knowing his psychological imperatives. Helping to manifest those imperatives on stage was a large part of my job. Nothing illustrates this better than when Andy revealed his attraction to the wrestling women. It all started with Innocently Enough, when I made an unannounced visit to Andy's place one afternoon, and the curtains were drawn, and it took a long time to answer the door. When he finally did, I could see by the expression on his face that something was amiss, something hidden. At first he struggled to talk about it, but then he just decided to show me instead. What he showed me was an 8mm film clip of two women wrestling in bathing suits. A few weeks later, a few friends and I threw Andy a surprise birthday party after Andy's arrival. I walked into his living room dressed as a referee in a referee outfit, dragging a large wrestling mat behind me. Following me were two gorgeous girls dressed in bikinis, ready to wrestle each other for the grand prize. Andy. Oh, and also $100, although I didn't tell them, the birthday boy, that part. 2 weeks later, the wrestling segment was on our road show. 3 months after that, we staged NBC's Saturday Night Live to letters starting pouring in. The women hated him, and Andy loved it. That, like, literally, Andy is just like a genius. I'm sorry. Man in the Moon doesn't look suitable for a 13-year-old. I mean, it's based on a real life person, and if you're 13, it is rated R, so I guess you're right, but I'm sure you'd be fine. I've watched a lot worse when I was your age, so. Thoughts on the part where Alpha 5 turned evil in MMPR? It was a thing. I'm sorry, I'm going through all these. Power Rangers in the last 10 years has been horrible. I don't think so. I don't think it's been terrible. There has been some unfortunate seasons, but I liked Samurai, mostly because it followed Shinkanger a lot more. I liked, like I said, I liked RPM, but that is 11 years ago. So I guess you're talking about Neo Saban. Yeah. Tim Curry was the voice of Scarlet Fever and Nico. Teen from Osmosis Jones series. Let's see. Great REM song. Yes, REM, Man on the Moon. If you guys have never heard that song, is also great. It was a tribute song to Andy. As far as I'm aware, that kind of is why the movie got the title. But they mention Andy Kaufman in the song. But yeah, very very good movie. Disney did amazing with Power Rangers. It really depends on what seasons. SPD was great. I really wasn't a big fan of Jungle Fury or Mystic Force. I hate to say that. I know a lot of people are big fans of those shows. Let's see. What else did they do? Dino Thunder I thought was good. Again, RPM, liked RPM. Operation Overdrive is easily the worst of the Disney era. I'm sorry. If you like Operation Overdrive, that's all on you. Ninja Storm was okay, I guess. Second half of Wild Force was on Disney. Thunder, SPD, Forest over. I think I missed. Did I mention all of them? I think I did. But anyway, I'm looking for Pretorius Mask as a figure of prototype. I do not. I don't actually have any Mask the Animated Series toys. I haven't. My collection of toys is limited to what I have. I don't have a lot of stuff. I've had a lot of people ask me to review vintage stuff, and I tell them it's hard for me to obtain, so if you want me to review something and put it on camera, you guys can donate, and eventually, like say you donate like $1, I put that $1 back for something for me to review eventually. What is your favorite Power Rangers season of all time? Lightspeed Rescue. I like the train aspect. I like the, the fact that they had like these, I think it's funny because they had a firefighter and an EMT, but the other three was a professional flyer, a rock climber, and a SeaWorld operator. Yeah. Like I said earlier, SeaWorld operators, get your morphers ready. You guys might be called in soon. Did you like Dragon Ball Z in the 90s and Toonami in general? Toonami was kind of an afterthought for me as a kid. I didn't grow up on Toonami as much as a lot of other people did. Because when Cartoon Network aired, I was watching Dexter's Laboratory, I was watching Johnny Bravo and stuff. But then I stayed up late enough to where after, I think at the time Toonami was on, I think Samurai Jack was playing. I did watch parts of Samurai Jack just to get into Adult Swim to watch Aqua Teen Hunger Force. So, I mean, I have like some moments with Toonami, but not a lot. Time Force is your favorite? Time Force is a good season. I like Rancic. I like the tragic story that came with him. Do you like Turbo? I don't have a problem with Turbo. I just don't think it's the best season. Do you like Space Ghost Coast to Coast? Yes. I actually giggled so hard at the cameo Space Ghost had in the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie. Me and my cousin always reference it. You know, I'm not just smelling a missile. It's just missile comes in through the window and blows them up. Greetings, I'm Space. I thought it was funny. Space Ghost was like one of my favorites. Actually, at the beginning of the Mask VHS, Space Ghost interviewed Jim Carrey. So, Darkwing Duck toys, Series 2 toys, prototypes. Okay. Superman or Green Lantern? It's actually going to be funny. I've never been a fan of either one of those DC superheroes. I'm more of a Batman fan. I've always been a Batman fan. I've not really been that big of a fan of Superman, and Green Lantern was ruined to me based on the movie. So, I do remember Green Lantern from the Justice League series. It was a black guy. He wasn't I forgot what his name was. See, this is why I'm not a fan of the Justice League. Lightspeed Rescue or MMPR? I still say Lightspeed Rescue. I really enjoy the story. MMPR was a great Power Rangers like liftoff point. That was like literally the start of it all. That was the rocket fuel that made the rocket go. And the rocket is still going after 25, almost 30 years. I do not think MMPR is terrible, but I've said outside of a few episodes, Mighty Morphin is just a lot of filler. And, you know, a lot of people nowadays, when they talk about anime, they tell me, if you get into anime, prepare to sit down for filler. And I was like, son, just don't. I sat through 20 years of Power Rangers, 3 seasons of which, most of, was filler. Unless it was the Green with Evil saga, the White Ranger, it just felt like everything was filler until those big story arcs came in. But I still love it. I grew up on it. Nostalgia. It's what started it. But nostalgia drives the franchise. What is my favorite Lightspeed rescue of all time? Easily the Titanium Ranger saga. I like the whole Curse of the Cobra tattoo aspect of it. And the Titanium Ranger is my favorite Ranger. I felt bad for Ryan, and I felt bad for his father because they were both pit against each other based on lies. Wow. Now I want to watch Lightspeed Rescue all over again. The Joker is my favorite villain. Second is Two-Face. The Joker is always going to be my favorite in the Batman lore. I don't know about Two-Face being my second. I think my second favorite villain in the Batman lore would probably be the Riddler. The reason why I say that is because I do like how overly complicated his riddles can be sometimes. Have you guys ever watched the 2003 or 2004 series, The Batman? The Riddler in that show actually had some pretty complicated riddles. Compared to things like Frank Gorshin's Riddler in the 60s series, those are comical. Me, I love the Titanium Ranger. Awesome. Do you remember the era of Adult Swim when the bumpers and promos were actually swimming? Yes. I remember how ridiculous some of those promos and bumpers were too. So, I actually remember when they started promoting Family Guy and Futurama to play on Adult Swim. This was like the reason why most people found out about Family Guy and Futurama, by the way, was because of Adult Swim. But I was watching Adult Swim before they even got those. Because usually I remember how this worked. An episode of Family Guy would play, then Futurama, then 2 episodes of Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and usually would be followed by Squidbillies or The Oblongs or home movies. And those were what I used to watch. I used to love watching it. I used to own a Lightspeed Rescue Curse of the Cobra on VHS. The most part I remembered. Yeah, that's pretty much most of the story for the Titanium Ranger, but not all of it. Not all of it. Ugh. Ninja Storm or Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers? I don't know. Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers, I don't think anybody... If people want to ask what that was, if you're not a casual Power Ranger fan, these are the Alien Rangers. This was kind of a 10-episode mini-series that took place right before the Zeo story arc. And pretty much made up for the Kaku Ranger footage that they were trying to put in here. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really think I was a big fan of the finale of Mighty Morphin with Alien Rangers. It's just, again, a lot of filler, so I'm going to have to say Ninja Storm. I think Ninja Storm, I liked... There was a story about how people hated Lothor, but he would say stupid shit after the Power Rangers destroyed a monster. He's like, now this is why, they wonder why I have acid reflux. Like, random jokes like that. I don't know what caught me off guard. The old people swimming era of Adult Swim was 2001, 2002, the beginning of Adult Swim. Yep, prime time. I remember that was when Adult Swim was huge. I don't remember when Family Guy and Futurama came out. I think that might have been around 2004. They were airing a lot of the old episodes. Tommy Oliver or Andrews? See, this is where I'm going to get a lot of unsubscriptions. I'm going to have people unsubscribe from me very soon, because I'm going to tell you exactly what everybody wants to say. In the case versus Tommy Oliver, he is an overrated character that just needs to stop. Don't shoot me. I'm sorry. I used to love him so much, but his fans have really put the coal in that that hype train, and I can't handle it no more. It's a train that I want to get off of. So I'm gonna say Andros, because at least Andros knows how to stay in his place. Tommy trying to be the Mickey Mouse of Power Rangers. I can't stand it anymore. He ruined the possibilities of what we could have gotten during the Lightning or the Legacy line. And we're rectifying that with Hasbro because they realize people are tired of Tommy. Just release the full 5-pack of the Psycho Rangers. Release this, release that. I think Tommy just ruined everything because his fanboys just... Wait, what is happening? We're just having a live discussion. I've already covered what exactly is going on with the internet troll. He's being a little crybaby, and he's reporting my videos for privacy issues because he doesn't like that I exposed who he was. Shots fired, shots fired. Hey, I'm not in the Power Ranger fandom anymore. If you're going to ban me from a Power Ranger group just because I said I hate Tommy Oliver, go ahead. Like, I used to monitor Power Ranger groups, and there were people that actually got banned for saying they hated Jason David Frank or Tommy. It was an issue, apparently. I'm making fun of that. I'm telling you, the fan base is toxic. Absolutely toxic. That's why I left. Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law, C-Lab 2021, or Home Movies. Home movies, easily. I like that. Did you know Brett Hawkins was going to be the White Ranger after Tommy lost his powers for good? Actually, yes, I did. I've shared on my 90s page, I've talked about how they had a promo pilot for VR Troopers before it was called VR Troopers. It was called Cybertron. And Tommy, the Jason David Frank who played Tommy in Power Rangers, actually was playing Ryan Steele in that promo. And apparently Brad Hawkins was going to replace him as the White Ranger in Season 2. So there was also another interesting thing. You go look up Cybertron pilot. Sorry, I'm having heartburn because of my Chinese food. Amy Kennedy from Scream, who played one of the main characters in Scream, he was in that. he was in the Cybertron pilot. So, am I the only one who hates Power Rangers Motorcycle or whatever it is? I don't think there was ever a Power Rangers Motorcycle TV series. Billy needs more love. Mystic Force was horrible. Hey Cody, you asked me why I like a lot of 2000s. Why do you like a lot of 2000s cartoons? I know that's a generation gap between us, but I didn't really grow up with a lot of the 2000s stuff. When I babysitted my cousin, there were 2 shows that he used to watch all the time that I actually enjoyed. That was Teen Titans and Star Wars: The Clone Wars. And he used to watch a lot of stuff on Cartoon Network and stuff, so that was kind of my introduction to some stuff. I've got to ask him because he's like almost an adult now, but I don't know how much he's going to remember. I think he used to watch something called Chowder on Cartoon Network. It's a lot of these cartoons that I really didn't care about back then. Foster's Home for Imaginary Kids. He used to watch a lot of this stuff. So, Cartoon Network sucks now. Well, I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I tell my growing up in the 90s subscribers. Because a lot of people say that cartoons are terrible nowadays. That's because you're not a kid anymore. I'm going to be honest, and don't sugarcoat these things. I don't have any appeal for any modern cartoons because I'm not a kid. I'm an adult. But I do love reliving my childhood. Where the problem lays is a lot of people mix their love for cartoons in with nostalgia. And most of their love for cartoons comes from nostalgia. And what happens is a lot of people form a perspective of modern cartoons just based on the fact that they're cartoons they grew up with, and the comparisons are not that great. There are some great cartoons from when I was babysitting my cousin. Is like I said, Teen Titans, Star Wars, nowadays, there's still some great cartoons. I just recently got to revisit Gravity Falls, and that show ended a few years ago, but it's still a great cartoon. It's just perspective. I've been more or less an advocate for nostalgia and my love for the 90s. People turn to me for information, and I usually quail fighting from people who say that modern cartoons suck. You just have to be a little bit more open-minded on what cartoons are for an adult and for a kid. A kid's always going to love their cartoons. Don't matter what you put in front of them, they're going to enjoy it. You got to remember when we were kids, our parents probably thought that the things that we liked were crap. So you gotta really think outside the box a little bit, and try not to let that nostalgia compress your way of thinking. But I'm usually sitting here talking like I'm like a historian. So you can think what you think. I just like to argue against like people who sit there and say that modern cartoons suck. There are good cartoons out there, so you enjoy what you enjoy, but you got to give kids a chance to enjoy what they like. The beginning of Adult Swim was tame compared to how Adult Swim is now. Do you like oh my god, the Brak Show? That is a show that I used to love watching as well. Next to Space Ghost Coast to Coast, that was one of my favorites. I've got a list of Adult Swim shows that I do want to own. I do remember when they put the Boondocks on Adult Swim. That was a pretty crazy cartoon. Very racy. Trying to think of some of the other ones. Squidbillies. The Oblongs. There's a list of... I got a list of things I used to watch. So, Tom and Jerry, good cartoon, classic. Yes, they did. I Am Weasel. Man, I am having like major heartburn right now, man. Never again eat habanero mango chicken. So good, but it destroys your heart, man. Ugh. Well, guys, I think I'm fixing to have to call it. I enjoy talking to you guys, I really do, and I keep losing track of time. And not a lot of people are willing to get on camera and talk to their subscribers. That's what separates me from a lot of YouTubers. So, and I try to answer all your questions. So, why don't you have a super chat set up? I don't think I qualify for super chat. And I've also heard YouTube really screws over people with super chat. So if you want to donate, just send my PayPal. That's all you gotta do. I wish I could comment it, but it's rangercollector62492@gmail.com. It's at the end of my last 4 videos at the end credits. Oh yeah, Metalocalypse. I forgot about that. My cousin liked that too. He is more... I'm not as big of a heavy metal fan as he is, but you know, he was big into that. He was into screamo music for a while, and Metalocalypse was one of his favorite things. But me and him enjoyed Adult Swim a lot. But hey, you guys can ask a few more questions. I'm gonna leave in about 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And be like Macho Man from Spider-Man. I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime. Oh, man. Someone said, you hate Tommy, but you have all his toys behind you. No, I don't. Oh, yeah, I do. You're right. I just don't like how his fans hype him up. I think he's just an overrated character. I thought it was beat time. What? Hey, so Cody, that girl I told you about, she likes this show more than the film. She made a film where I was drawing about it. That's pretty cool, man. Willy Wonka. No, I'm not Willy Wonka. I'm Augustus Gloop. I'm more of a well-rounded character. I get stuck in tubes and shit like that. So no, I'm not Willy Wonka. I'm Augustus Gloop. I don't know where I went with that. I thought it was funny. I got a golden ticket. Legion of Superheroes was a good show. Actually, since you brought up Legions of Superheroes, I was thinking about another adult cartoon, but it wasn't on Adult Swim. It was on on Comedy Central. Who here remembers Drawn Together? I used to watch that a lot too. Watch that and Tosh.0. I used to love watching Tosh.0. He's kind of gotten off the walls really quick. Like, I don't think he's really doing as great of a job with his show as he used to. But I still remember Drawn Together, man. I love Drawn Together. Oh, man. Here comes the Power Rangers Jungle Fury. I want to meet Philomar and Jeff Bennett. Oh, man. I feel like I'm fixing to have a baby made of Chinese food. Oh. Yeah, I'm just as weird as Brendan, guys. If you subscribed for cringe, I'm not as cringy as he is, but I could try. Save yourselves. Yeah. You guys worried there's gonna be an explosion on camera? That's Chinese. That's what Chinese food's like. I had a friend that was Chinese. I love how I'm talking about, feel like I'm gonna have a Chinese baby. It says I had a friend that was Chinese. Favorite Power Rangers soundtrack? Like the theme, or just like a actual soundtrack? I'm always gonna love this. I like the original movie soundtrack, but my favorite Power Rangers theme, probably In Space. I really like the In Space theme. What do you want for Christmas, Cody? If I was being absolutely honest, a house, but you know, yeah, that's not gonna happen. I don't think anybody's that generous. But if I had to say, as far as in the realm of nerdiness, I mean, so I'm usually good for it. Just surprise me. If you guys want to send, like I said, if you want to send me stuff, I just email me and I'll give you guys the address. I don't want to put like the address in the comments or anything, but Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie is bae. I do have I have the movie on Blu-ray. Okay, it looks good on Blu-ray. Good job, Shout Factory. You like the Turbo theme? Yeah, In Space, I don't know why. In Space has always been like a very nostalgic theme for me, just like Mighty Morphin is, but yeah. White Tiger, Tiger Power, that one is good. Ron Wasserman's music in general is good. For Christmas, I want Trendmasters on Osmosis Jones prototypes. Oh, man. Alright, guys, I think I'm fixing to bail. I'm fixing to Christian bail. And I'm probably going to go figure out what the hell's going on with my heartburn situation. But if you guys haven't checked it out already, go watch my video I did 4 years ago. I did a video with Brendan, Wet Movie 1. And I went to Universal Studios and I went to a Power Ranger convention. So you guys go check that out. I think it's like my 4th recent video. You guys can go check that out. Yeah. And go watch some of my older videos. Like I said, I unbox a lot of stuff too. So if you're new here, you guys got a lot of content to catch up on. Binge watch it, boys. Alright, guys. I will be back with more videos soon. I'll try to do another live stream this weekend. So stay tuned for that if you guys want to. And I got something in my eye. Alright. I will talk to you guys later.